Hi everyone, this is AG and welcome back to Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. So as I mentioned during my last live stream, I'm going to read two of the three remaining stories, and one of them will be Jack Frost, and the other one should be a Netflix, I think. Yeah, First Class Engine. Maybe I'll start with either one of them. So for the last one, Shunting Showdown, I'll leave it into the next live stream. And for the next live stream I plan to start finding the collectibles if that's possible for me to do that. So anyway, let me start the first story. I'm going to start with Jack Frost first, and I'm going to mute my microphone until they start to let me to uh start the engines.
Jack Frost. One evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the sheds. "There's a big freeze coming tonight," he said. "James and Percy, I need you to deliver extra coal to the stations." "Yes, sir," they said eagerly, and Sir Topham Hatt walked away. "You better hurry," teased Thomas, "or scary Jack Frost might get you." "Who's Jack Frost?" Percy said nervously. "Don't be silly," sniffed James. "Jack Frost is not scary." "Yes, he is," teased Thomas. "He's all white with a big spiky face." "Rubbish," said James. James knew Jack Frost wasn't scary, but poor Percy wasn't so sure. Later that night, James had collected his coal trucks and set off to make his deliveries. "Silly Percy," he thought, "all steamed up over Jack Frost. The sooner we get this coal delivered, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm shed."
Okay, so I thought we were going to start with Percy, but we'll start with James here. So I'm not so sure if this one is only included in the deluxe version since James is presented in the story, but my guess would be yes, it's probably only available in the deluxe version. So anyone know about it, of where the standard version of this game will include this story called Jack Frost? You may leave some comments under the video or in the chat box in this live stream. So anyway, let me start. So we're going to drive to, I think it's called Ballyhoo Platform 2. So let's get James started. So we have to do it very slowly. Just allow it around 10 miles per hour here. The good thing is I do not have to move the lever to change the track direction. Switching left or switching right, to do that is automatically done. And that one is about 2.9 miles away from here, so but we still have to go with a slow speed here. Oops, slightly too slow because it's an uphill direction here. There's a slope going upwards, so it's a little bit to control the speed. Okay, we've got a green signal, but still at low speed right now. Let's keep going here. Okay, merging into the main track. Just one from, I guess this is Biker's Town. Oops, that's too fast. Just drop it down to the speed limit. Okay, still a slow speed here, not too fast. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's Biker's Town. So just keep going very slowly here. So we're going to pass through platform maybe. They just have 2 tracks for each platform. Oh, sorry, 1 track for each platform, so there's not a bypassing track in the middle. So I guess that's why they will have us to go very slowly. And we're passing through the station here. You see some passengers standing on the platform, probably they're waiting for trains, but I do not know if there are still like trains going at this late because it's already 10:30 p.m. at night. So anyway, just keep going at this speed. Still 2.4 miles away from here, so it's quite a bit of distance to go. We're still being very slow here. Okay, we could go faster. And maybe at this time I'll share a little bit because one of our viewers has shared that suggested like 2 episodes from the classic TV series of Thomas and Friends that include Diesel. One of them is the world's strongest engine, and the other one is called Pop Goes Diesel. So yeah, I watched them on YouTube, and I think there are more episodes, classic episodes on YouTube maybe, and I've also seen some episodes close to current time, which are drawn by CGI. So those 2 classic episodes has it kind of actually reminding me that I may have watched them before. And I also go to the fandom page to take a look at who are like Aryan birds, and then the other 2 are named Splatter and Doge, which are like the henchmen of Diesel 10. So yeah, I guess I just need to read the fandom pages if I want to like learn more about like what kinds of characters they have, because my knowledge probably still stops at those very older classic series. Okay, I'm passing the speed limit, so I have to slow down here. It's too dark out there, to be honest. I think it's just a tunnel ahead. Yeah, I'll go back to the driver cab. But then I can speed up again. Push James through the tunnel at the highest speed here. And speaking about the 2 classic TV series episode about Diesel, actually, I don't think Diesel gives a good impression to the audience, because it's like he's doing what he thinks that he would do, but it doesn't really end up well with those troublesome trucks. So maybe he will learn a few lessons. Oops, I derailed. I have to read. Do I have a checkpoint to load? I don't think so. I will have to stop all the way again. Yeah, I'll try not to go too fast in the tunnel this time. Okay, but That means I'll have to restart all of them from the beginning. It's kind of difficult because it's in the tunnel, and probably because I did not pay attention to the speed to the HUD there, so I did not notice about the speed limit. But it's fine because I have not yet gone too far on the track. Back to outside here. You can see from here, actually, if I release the W key, you can see the animation, the throttle with James moving around. Oops, over speeding. Reduce the speed. Yeah, bad news is I have to start again. Oh, so we're still at 20 miles at most, as the sign says. Yeah. So we have to go through the Viper's Town station again. Yeah, so let's speed here. You can see the brake there is also moving when I press the TS. Are there any passengers this time? Can't see it yet. Okay, still passengers at the platforms. So, not so sure if there are night trains or what. Because I cannot see our engines. Go back to this field. We're still going slowly at this point, so not too fast. So we can speed up after we pass the sign of 50 miles. It's actually more than 50 miles for the speed limit, but anyway. And also once I get closer to the tunnel, I may have to mute my microphone to focus on driving first, because I feel like I'm focusing. Ring. But derailed. Yeah, that just happened in the last live stream as well. I think I have derailed the engine like 3 to 4 times. Probably just at 50 miles per hour. Otherwise, if they suddenly ask me to slow down, I could still. Hopefully, I could make it. Yeah, let's see. Change the camera. Passing through the bridge. Opposite side again. The headlight on. Yeah, now the headlight is on. We have to slow down or something. Yeah, I feel like change tracks from here. So I make it slower. Changing to the other side of the track again. It's not snowy at night, so Okay, I'll keep at low speed here. There's also a stop and wait sign. It probably will change to a green go sign later. I'm just going to move slower here. As you can tell, it's all too dark in here. So shaky here. Just checking to see if we had to stop and wait at that signal, but it's all too dark here. I can't even see the exit of the tunnel. So anyway, I'll go slower. Otherwise, derailed again. I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm going to mute my microphone first. Okay, I could unmute my microphone here. I'm going at a very slow speed, so there should not be any derail happening this time. And I'm passing through this intersection very slowly, so just to play safe here. What's the sign? 15 miles or 30? Is that 30 or 15 miles per hour? Is that really reliable? I'm not so sure if that one. I think that one stands for the speed limit, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So just read from the HUD. Okay, almost was okay for the speed limits going up. Could go a little bit faster, but I do not know what's up ahead, so I should just be careful about that. Is that downhill or yeah, just backtrack? We should be safe driving at 35 miles per hour here. And anyone watching this live stream are welcome to leave some comments in the chat box on the right hand side, I think. Or if you're using smartphones, you could leave the comments below the live stream chats. Okay, so it's all peaceful, but so far I have only seen one collectible, which should be a storybook of the classic Thomas and Friends series, or is that called a Railway series? Okay, 0.5 miles, and should go slower. I don't want to have another derail before I can reach that point at the station. I'm just gonna drive slower here. It happened too many times during my last live stream, so I can drive slower whenever it's closer to the indicated point to stop. Is there a whistle sign? I think no. And I do think I drive safely and beginning of or the early live streams of this game, and then at this later stage I stopped driving carelessly, kind of reckless. Just slow down the speed here, so we're entering the platform. Let's go better. Way slowly. So I'm going to stop at that point as indicated. So stop here now. Done.
We've reached our first stop. Let's drop off some of the coal trucks.
So we're going to uncouple the trucks.
That's one delivery complete. So let's head to our next stop.
Okay, we're going to Province Gate Platform 1. And we could go at most at around 50 miles per hour. So let's go. And we have dropped 2 trucks at the station. We're still carrying 5 trucks with us. Push it a little bit higher for the speed here. Province Gate. This is a regular station or a small station that we have seen in the stories, and we're at the intersection. I have to go slower just to see if. Okay, we're going to go to the main line here. But there's a single-sided track again. So nothing next to it. Still go at higher speed here. Accelerate a little bit. It's like 1.9 miles away. And so far I cannot see any collectibles, and in this dark environment I barely can see anything. So it kind of worries me that to have some live streams to find those collectibles, because I have no idea where to find them. It's all about exploring them in the explore mode. Wow, this bridge looks a little bit. Is it safe enough with the structure of it? I guess so. And this is single-sided track. I'll just call it single track here. So it's the bridge, and then passing another bridge underneath another bridge. So where are we going? 1.3 miles, and there's all dark, snowy, and nothing to see, and this environment. And I just heard some bird chirping. Or is that the sound of wheels hitting the track boards? Another whistle sign here. We just keep going. Nothing special. There's a goal sign ahead, so it's safe to keep going. So we're at the intersection again. Well, let me slow down first, because I'm not sure which track we're going to verge into. Okay, the one on the left. Too fast here, actually. Okay, speed up again. So sign. All safe here, and we could even go faster this time. I'm not so sure how long the story will be. Okay, intersection, slow down again. Although it's like we're probably just going on the same track, I still want to slow down to prevent any derail again. So there's 3 tracks up ahead. So this one is kind of the main line, but we're going to slow down anyway because that indicator stopping point is not far away from here. Open gates, let me see. That was probably a proper train station or just some small platforms outside of the college or well, too dark to see. Okay, it's kind of a large train station. Should be like 4 platforms. This one's quite similar to nope, it's a different one. I thought it's the station for like Thomas and Bertie's racing to see who's faster. That station, but it's not, I think.
Here's our next station. Let's drop off some more coal. That's another delivery complete. Hopefully, all this coal is enough to keep the passengers nice and warm during this cold weather. I'm just glad that I have my firebox to keep me from getting too cold.
Okay, heading to the next station. I thought we have 5 trucks, but turns out it should be like 6 trucks maybe. So we're just carrying 3 of them now. I thought we're carrying 5. Why there 6 of them? Anyway, maybe I just didn't see it clearly. So maybe there was 6 trucks back there. Anyway, we're heading to the next station, Kelsthorpe Road Station, platform 4. 2.6 miles away from here, and we can push it at very high speed. But just don't know whether there are any intersections in between, so yeah, just accelerate first. Quite far away from here, so just drive a little bit faster. Well, actually, I should take a picture of James here, maybe. Because I need some cover photo for my live stream, so take a picture of him. Okay, done. Let's get back to driving. And where's Percy gonna be? Don't see him appearing in any section of the tracks or any stations or anywhere yet. Or are there like 2 indicators out there? This live stream, if you want to say something, leave comments in the live stream chat box or comment areas under the video. Just keep pushing through here. There's a gold sign here. Yeah. This one already. Do you see any yeah, it's too dark to see at night. It's snowy night, so there's nothing see around here. Okay, I think we have to start slowing down soon. Still a bit of distance, but still we have to slow down, James. So let me mute my microphone here to focus on. So this Kelsthorpe station, Kelsthorpe Road station, is kind of far away from some urban areas or town areas. It's just like not too many buildings around there. Done.
We finally reached our last delivery, so let's drop off all the remaining trucks. That's all of the coal delivered. Now I can get back to my nice warm shed. And with that, James puffed back towards Tidmouth Sheds. Meanwhile, Percy was making his last delivery. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary. Jack Frost is not scary.
Okay, now we're having a journey with Percy here, so next station will be like Frog Station Platform 1. So let's get him started, and what time we're still having some coal train or coal trucks back there. How come they let us drive at that fast? Oh, seeing some animals. Is that horses or maybe? I still can't see anything outside. So anyway, I don't go too fast here. It's kind of merging with the main line, going through an intersection. So for small engine, I think this speed is fast enough. So just 1.4 miles, not too far from here compared to the destinations for James. So speed up now, but I think Percy can't go too fast anyway. Oops, not a signal. Let me see. So we're not changing the tracks here, so we can just keep going, I think. So let's see how fast the person could go. Okay, just 0.9 miles from here. And Percy can go too fast anyway, so it should be safe. We're going through a very large bridge here. That's one of the largest bridge I've ever seen in this game. I'm not so sure if there are any large bridge, because I don't remember any. Okay, with a green signal ahead. So just keep going. Oops, I should slow down because we're going to stop at that point. Oops. Just too heavy for the brake. So go slowly. So they said this is the last delivery. But then where's Jack Frost anyway? Oh, sorry, Frost Jack maybe? I don't remember the name of the story. Jack Frost and Frost Jack. So you could tell how bad my memory is. It's just around 40 minutes since the time I started this live stream, but I already forget the name of the story. So we're going to uncouple the trucks. We're going to stop at the location, Kildane Station Platform 1. That one is not too far from here, just 0.7 miles from here, so let's go. We don't have to go at too high speed because we're going to slow down anyway. Oops. Wait. Let me take another picture of Percy here. Because it's another live stream cover photo in future. So he's looking at the camera, so it's a good angle to take a picture for him. Okay, let's get back to driving. Not too far away from here, so just go slowly. I think we have dropped some trucks. We're carrying only 3 trucks now. There's the whistle sign here. To see around here actually. Some houses, farmhouses maybe. Some animals. I'm not so sure if there are any animals near this area. We have seen some horses earlier, but I'm not so sure about this farmland. So the river store. I will stop at that. Less than 500 yards ahead. We're kind of merging tracks again. Yeah, so just don't go too fast here. Okay, after passing that crossing, we're just driving slowly into the station. Going to stop at that point. It's so dark out there, still people waiting for trains. Well, quite a bit of customers in the platform section. Stop here.
Percy soon made his last delivery. The station master was very pleased to see him. "Percy," he cried, "we need twice as much coal to last through this freeze." "Don't worry," Percy said. "This is my last stop. You can have mine. My lovely warm firebox will keep me nice and cosy." So Percy's driver parked him on a siding with only a lantern for company. "Do you think Scary Jack Frost will find me?" said Percy. "Jack Frost is not scary," chuckled his driver. "And don't worry, Emily will bring you some more coal in the morning." And then his driver and fireman went home to bed. Late that night, the icy wind howled. It started to snow, and Percy's fire had almost gone out. Soon Percy's face was so cold, an icicle hung from his nose. "Oh, bother," stuttered Percy. But it didn't sound like Percy. It was so cold, he could hardly make a sound. The next morning, Emily arrived with plenty of coal for Percy. "Oh my," she said, "it looks like Jack Frost really got you then." Soon Percy was loaded with fresh coal, and his fire was soon burning nicely. It wasn't long before his ice mask melted away. "So Scary Jack Frost is only frost," puffed Percy happily, and soon he was as warm as toast.
Okay, so the whole story is not really related to James at all because it's about Percy being left outside under the cold weather and he got kind of like iced or freezing out there because without any coal. And then Emily came to rescue him at morning. So anyway, the story is ended and it's already around 45 minutes here. So let me head to the next story then. Get back to the main menu. The other one, that first. So this one is specifically for James, I think. And probably this one is only within the last version. Because this is about James, so let's go.
First class engine. Early one morning, Percy arrived back at Tidmouth Sheds, very tired. "Morning, Percy," said Thomas. "You do look tired." "Yes, I am," said Percy sleepily. "I was up all night delivering the mail. It seems like there are more letters and parcels than ever." "Heh," scoffed James. "You're only a little engine. No wonder you struggle to manage those heavy vans. Perhaps Sir Topham Hatt should give the job to another engine, or even Harold. I'm sure they could manage the work." "I can manage fine on my own, thank you," said Percy firmly. "Perhaps," said a voice, You could do with a little help, Percy. It was Sir Topham Hatt, who had just arrived and had heard everything. James, you think another engine should help take the mail. I think that's a very good idea, and I'm sure Percy wouldn't mind the lighter workload for a while. Percy was pleased, and James looked smug. That was until Sir Topham Hatt continued. I'm assigning both you and Percy to tonight's mail run. You can help him collect all the letters and parcels that need to go to the mainland. James was horrified. But sir, he protested, I'm supposed to be taking the express in the morning, and I can't do that if I've been busy all night pulling the mail train. I'm sure Emily wouldn't mind taking the express in your place, James, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Now the decision is final, so I'll hear no more about it. And Sir Topham Hatt turned and walked away. Later that night, James and Percy had collected their mail vans and were waiting for them to be loaded at Knapford Station. Percy was trying to explain to James what he had to do, but James was taking no notice. James, you must remember to collect all the bags of mail at each station, explained Percy. Sometimes the mail will arrive by road, so you have to be patient and wait for the van to arrive and be loaded into your train before you leave. But James was too busy thinking about getting back to his shed and waking up to pull the morning express. Just then, the guard's whistle blew and the two engines set off. Good luck, James, said Percy. I'll manage fine, thank you, James grumbled. Silly Percy, thinking I can't manage a few bags of mail. It can't be that difficult.
Okay, so this time we're really going with James' story. Okay, let's just get him started. Space is not happy about pulling the mail train at all. So we're going to Crosby Station Platform 1. Here. Ooh. I think that's a balloon out there. Is it evening or... yeah, it should be evening because they're delivering the mails at night. Like, delivering and getting the mails, like all of them maybe. Pulling the mail train at night. So James is still thinking about pulling the express during the morning, but now he's stuck with the mail train. Take a look at the style of those street lights. And the background of the story is more like, I mean, this environment in this game is more current style. Although the story itself may be a little bit long ago, because I think these stories are all from the original classic TV series maybe. So that much of these should be like around 20 to 30 years ago if they're talking about the original series, or even older than that. I'm not sure if anyone have any information on this. You may feel free to share with us. So I'm not so sure how long the story will be. So at least it's not all dark out there. You can still see something like some animals again. Passing, crossing. I think we have a tunnel ahead again. So many tunnels. Yeah, anyway. Driver's cabin view. Point here. Doctor's in. So we're dark. There you see something. Okay, well, just leaving the tunnel. Little flashlights. Yeah, it's better. I forget to turn on the flashlight here. So it's all dark when I enter a tunnel. Nope, we're not stopping here. Is there anything for us to stop at here? No. Just keep going. Just a little bit faster. Farmhouses, factory, or anyway. Some cows on the hill. Another crossing. 2 cows out there. 3, 4 maybe. What do we have with the farm? Just some farmlands. They saw flat, so a bit faster. Nope, actually we're going to slow down soon. Just reduce the speed here. Let's just maintain the speed around 30 miles per hour. He's still unhappy. Well, it's kind of like feeling proud for himself usually because he thinks with his bright red paint on him, he should be doing like pulling expresses instead of pulling trucks. But I think there are many occasions that he has to pull trucks in this TV series or in the CGI series. So anyway, we're heading to the station. Drive slowly.
Right, let's get all this mail loaded into the vans. Then we can be on our way.
Okay, well, I have to do it. What? I just discovered a whistle, but I don't see anything. I don't even see anything on my YouTube replay screen of my so anyway, I have to load the mails on the train. Load the mail.
That's all the mail from this station. Let's get going. The sooner we finish collecting all this mail, the sooner I can get back to my shed.
Yeah, I just accidentally collected a whistle and I don't even see it myself. Yeah, never mind. Let's go to the next station, Wellsworth Platform 2, because we seldom get off the engines to pick up something from the platform, and I did not pay any attention to that. So let me go to the collectibles page after finishing the story to see if there's like any pictures of that whistle or anything being displayed. So I just accidentally collected a whistle and there's like 20 whistles. Then maybe there's all spread around at different platforms at different stations maybe, because this was just collected at that station. Not so sure about that, but that's possibly one sign for us to find the whistle. Okay, we can go faster here. 1.8 miles. It's kind of far away. The rail James again. Driving at this speed first. Okay, speed up now. Have goal sign. Another goal signal ahead. Whistle sign. 50 miles per hour. Going up. Not to be too fast and not to be too slow. Passing a bridge on the river. Crossing. Some sidings here, so rather low speed. Okay, safe. So let's just keep going. Still kind of far away from here. Some stars in the sky, but it's better this game. Currently not in the mood to see the stars. So let's just focus on driving. We should slow down here. Slower. We're heading to Wellsworth Station. So let me see if there's any whistle for us to pick up this time at the platform. Passenger standing there.
It looks like the station master is waiting for us.
Oh, station master.
Hello, James, said the station master. Some of the mail arriving by road has been delayed, so you'll need to wait for it to arrive. In the meantime, here is the rest of the mail for you. Bother, muttered James. This is sure to make me late now.
Now, what? Oh, I have to get off again. Anything special for me to pick up this time? Is there a whistle? I think no. Ooh, okay, I see the whistle. So it's literally a whistle. I see it now. So it looks like, not looks like, it's actually a whistle. So this one is being placed on the top of these luggages. So anyway, I think there's only one at each station maybe. So we have collected 2 so far. The mail bags. And let me load into the vans.
Come on, driver. We can't afford to be late.
Yeah, you better not. What's this one? Pull away without waiting for the rest of the mail to arrive. You don't want to be late. So just drive away without waiting the van. Or actually there will be no van appearing in here. So just drive away now.
Wait, James, wait, called the station master. But James didn't stop. He was determined not to be late and wanted to prove he was better than Percy.
What? Let's just go in to the next station now. Marin platform 1. Without waiting for the mails. That's going to be chaotic, I think. Oh, turntable. Okay, so far we have found 2 whistles. I'll have to go back to the live streams and then I have to write down which station I have already collected the whistles. I didn't write down the name. So I'll go back to this live stream later right now. Are they going to put the station name into the collectible screen? If they're going to have that one and the station names in there, I'm going to go back to here with this live stream. But if they do not, I have to visit this video, this live stream video again. So anyway, we're heading to the next station, 1.7 miles away. Yeah, I'm wondering where to find the rest of those collectibles. Ooh, there's times 1:16 at night. So it should be 1:17 a.m. They're using a 24-hour clock here. Okay, so we're going downhill, we don't have to accelerate. For the sky, it looks like there's like a sun, there's that moon there. It's kind of strange. Looks like evening on that side. Looks like at night at this side. The sky is still a little bit of orange and blue, not really dark. Oops, forget to slow down James again, so definitely pass at that point maybe. Or am I fast enough to brake? To pull the brake for James? Okay, so I kind of rescued the situation here. Yeah, I almost missed it. Are those trucks out there? So I should be slower there.
As James arrived at Maron Station, the station master ran up to him looking rather upset. "James," he said, "I've had a phone call from the station master at Wellsworth, and he tells me that you didn't wait for the mail to arrive by road." James felt foolish. "Now," continued the station master, "we have arranged for the mail to be brought here. So please can you wait for it to arrive? It's vital that this important mail reaches its destination on time." This time, James listened carefully, and suddenly an idea came to him. "If I deliver all the important mail," he thought, "then I'm sure that Sir Topham Hatt will say I'm really useful, maybe even more useful than Percy." "Don't worry, sir," said James to the station master. "I promise I'll wait for the mail to arrive and make sure it gets to the mainland in time." "That's a good engine," smiled the station master. "The mail won't be long now, so you'll soon be on your way again." So James waited for the mail to arrive.
Oh, the mail.
He didn't have to wait long. He heard a car horn coming from nearby, and then watched as a red post van pulled into the station car park.
So there's another animation of a car. Oh, another whistle. Collect it. Come. So he's the mail driver, the post van driver. Then load extra bags of mail into the vans and go back to the driver's position. Oops.
Soon the important mail was loaded, and James puffed quickly away. He was determined to make up for lost time, but was even more determined to prove that he could be as patient as Percy.
Yeah, they're like that every time they want to be being called a really useful engine, and then they start behaving differently, I think. So this one is a good example. Yeah, we're heading to the next station, Bob Station. So I think probably there's like one whistle at each of the stations. We just have been to Wellsworth, and then this one's this one. Okay, the name was this one already. We have the Bronx Station. I'll get the station on this one. But never mind. I have collected 3 of them. So still 17 to go. Some fountains. It's very green. See them from here. That kind of green is a little bit weird compared to the grass and the dark green. But anyway, what about this side? There should be those cows or horses or what? Can't really see from here. Probably cows or sheep. And is that still a moon or never mind? This Starry Night is kind of similar to what I have seen on YouTube. The Sims 3 videos, I mean. But there could be like a darker sky, but in Sims 3. Okay, so slow down. We're heading to Bronx Station. I almost forget to slow down. for the second time. And I think it's time for me to find the whistle again, unless it's on the opposite platform. Okay. Off again. So where's the mail? Where's the whistle? Nope, it's not on the side of the platform. I think it's on the opposite platform, maybe. Oh, I used the bridge then. So going up the bridge, cross, good, head to the side. Let me find the whistle. Where is it? Okay, it's here. There. Pick up the bags and go back to the mail van. Oh, you know, something blocked me here. Yeah, I feel like something blocking me somewhere near here. Something strange. Yeah, here, nothing. You see nothing here that is blocking my path. So it feels like something is here. Cannot see anything on the ground. Okay, go back to the driver's position. Okay, we're heading to Kildane Station, Platform 1. Not too far away from here, just 0.7 miles. So we do not have to go too fast. So we can go slowly here. So we're going to decelerate anyway. So I'm wondering how many stations that we have to go through in just this story. There's already like 3 or 4 stations we've been to. But then now we're heading into another station again. And how come 2 stations are so close to each other? So far I know in some cities, the train stations could be close to each other. Like those, like for example, those in the downtown or in on the underground or something like that. But for like on the island of Sodor, I don't really see stations so close to each other. Anyway. If the train just stopped at the last station, like where the train's pulling passengers, are they going to stop at the station as well? Because they're so close to each other. We'll take so many tracks here and then go slower. And where to find the whistle at the station then? Yeah, the average viewing time of this live stream is not too long, so anyone watching this live stream, maybe you will help me out a little bit by watching it a little bit longer. Okay, stop here. Okay, I pick up the bags is on the opposite platform again. So I'm using another bridge. I could just go through this crossing here. So that I don't have to go up to the bridge. Is there anything special here? No. And I need to find the whistle. Do I see any whistle nearby? Nope. What about here? Nope. So are there any more luggages? Anything? Nope, it's blocked. So where's the whistle? I don't see any whistle for this one. Okay, so let me go to the very end of the platform to see if any signs of the whistle here. No. We can sneak through here. Actually, no train, we can just go like this. No, I don't see any whistle. So let me see if any whistle on this side. It feels like no. Oh, maybe here. Do we have anything here? No. Nope. Well, okay. What about here? Nope. Oh! Let me check again. On this side. Nope, really, no whistle. How many stations do we have in this game? Let me check again. So pick up the facts. No whistle here. Nothing to see here. Wow, I just found a painting. Okay, it's on the wall for the paintings. Okay, so that gives me another sign to find the paintings and the whistles at the same time. But if no whistle at this station, does it mean there will be like no whistle for some of the stations then? Especially the two stations is close to each other. Okay, let me search this side of the platform. But still I don't see any whistle being let anywhere. Still want to search it. Oh, the only thing I haven't checked is the bridge. I don't think there was a whistle on the bridge anyway. Yeah, no. Yep. Well, let me get back to James. Okay, I give up. Because I don't see any whistle. But I did find a painting. Okay, we're headed to the next station. Wow, 4.4 miles. That's a long drive from here. How long do I have to go? So, okay, so far from paintings and whistles, they could be found on the platforms of the stations, maybe some of the stations, because you can see we don't have a whistle for the station, we just stopped at, but we did found a painting. Yeah, there's a long way drive, so maybe let me use my microphone for a while. from here. Just speed a little. So it should get slower. Okay, pick up the mailbags again. Oh, let me also find the whistle. We had to decide of the platform first to see like it's like any whistle or painting. I think there's a painting on the opposite side of the platform. But let me search for both. Oh, there's actually whistle and a painting maybe. I'm heading to the opposite. Oh, this bridge is with a cover. There's a little platform here. Okay. Got another one. Check those nuggets. I feel like there's only one of them. So it should be like one whistle only. And then one painting. But let me use the bridge. Head to the platform outside. So there should be like no more whistles, I think. Oops. How do I? Okay, climb up. Okay, there should be no more collectibles here. So we're heading back to James. Really nothing more. Okay, we're heading to the next station, 2.8 miles of distance from here, so let me mute my microphone again to focus on driving.
Just one more stop to make. Then we are finished for the night.
Okay, I have forgotten to unmute my microphone, so you may saw me running around the station to find, and then found a hat, a whistle, and the painting. So many collectibles for this station. So anyway, let's start. We're heading to the next station. So we have like 3 types of collectibles at the station. So let's see if we have something else at the next station, or if they allow us to get off James to go to the platform and then find the collectibles. Yeah, we're at kind of at a yacht or something, yacht siding, so just go slowly. Passing this one, go faster. So 2 miles away. We're changing tracks, so we'll slow down. Okay, we're just changing the track once, maybe. Okay, we can go at full speed now. Not full speed, but rather high speed. Not really full speed. We're at the middle track here. Wow, almost got me. The train changed to the track on the most right hand side so sudden. Speed up and keep at this speed. Not to be too fast or too slow. These stories are longer than I expected at first, so it's making this live stream very long. Anyway, we're going at a single track here. Oh, another bridge. Maybe we have passed this one in the last story. And I think we're heading to the station soon. As you can see, just 0.7 miles from the station. Not to go too fast. So we're heading into the stations. Okay, we still have to pick up the mail back. So let me search for the whistles again. Should be nothing on this side, so I'm heading to the opposite platform. So like just two platforms and I see a painting. What's this guy? Nope, can't see anything. Just a painting. So like no trains in there. No whistle for this one. What about here? Nope. Anything beneath? Nope. Anything on the end? Platform still no, I think. Nothing more to see from here, so maybe just a painting. There's not even hats here. So anyway, let's go. We're heading to Bikers Town, platform 4. So I'm going to mute my microphone here again. Okay, we're arriving at Vikerstown platform 4 soon. So I think I have seen Percy in front of there. Because he's the only other engine pulling the mail train. Yeah. Is there anything special about this one actually? Wow, these platforms. The station's too large to find those paintings and whistles and hats. If there are some of them here. So it's kind of a grand station. Look at the letters.
James arrived at Vicarstown Station and was feeling pleased with himself. He had collected all the mail and tried his best to make up for lost time. Percy was already there waiting for him, and so was Sir Topham Hatt. James was worried what he would say about him not being patient and waiting for the mail. "Ah, there you are, James," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I've heard from several of the station masters that you've done a good night's work," Sir Topham Hatt smiled. "I've also heard that there was a small incident at Wellsworth Station," he added. "But you put things right and have made sure that all the mail arrived on time. You have once again proved to me that you are a really useful engine, and a first-class one at that." "Well done, James," puffed Percy excitedly. James felt so proud he thought his boiler would burst.
Okay, story finished here, and we have a couple of collectibles collected. So let me get back to the main menu first. And let's head to, let's see which one is it. Is it challenges? Yeah, challenges. See, we have paintings, and then we have conductor hats, have whistles, and Thomas books. But there's like poster tiles and challenges, it's collectibles. So nothing to be selected. Then what's the use of these if we cannot see what we have collected? As you can see, we keeps clicking on them, but there's nope, nothing is to win. What about photos? Photos. One news, no news for the real Sodor adventure. Yeah, if there's no way we can see what we have collected, then what's the usage of this? We just see it by the time we collected them. Well, actually hope then could show us like uh, a, maybe a wall of collection for us to see what we have collected, because well, just like me, I have just seen those collectibles and then just go up ahead, but without paying attention to what kind of details do we have for those collectibles. So for whistles, they are all the same. Before, I'm not so sure about the hats, but for paintings and Tom's books, they should be like all kinds of different uh appearances. So feel like, well, I guess I hope they will add it in their next update to allow us to look at these, because it's too strange that these cannot be seen by clicking. And they ask us to click the left mouse button to select, but that's probably only for selecting the manual here. Yeah, that's a shame. We cannot see what we have collected again. So, yep, that is wrap up this live stream here, and there should be one last story, Shunting Showdown left here, and then I will step into the explore mode. And the first thing I would like to find is that pig cover storybook, which is actually this one, 8 famous engines that I have seen during one of the stories previously read in the game. Okay, so let me wrap up this live stream here. And for anyone who's watching the replay of this live stream, you're welcome to leave your comments in the comment area below of this video. So wish everyone a good day.